Right, so it's official, according to ESPN and other sources as well. Zidane, who we all know, has always wanted the French national team job, uh, is getting it after Didier Deschamps finishes his time at this year's World Cup. Again, I think it was already destined to happen. The question was when it was actually going to happen. Because there were many who thought that Zidane might actually have taken on the job after the last Euros, the 2024 Euros, which took place. Obviously, France failed to win the Euros; they got knocked out. And there were some who were actually clamoring for Vizu. Those of you who don't know, that's Zidane's nickname, which was given to him by football fans and pundits. So yeah, there were many who actually wanted Zidane to take over right after that disastrous campaign at the last Euros, which happened. Now, the good news for Zidane is that France right now have a really strong team. Obviously, you have players in the forms of Kylian Mbappe, Michael Olise, um, obviously Dembele when he's fit, Tchouameni, Camavinga, Desiree Doué, Fernandez, and the list goes on and on. And even yeah, even Mbappe, Kylian's younger brother too as well, is there as well. So with Zidane, this is quite unique because he's entering in at a time when the resources are available to him. Quite similar to what happened with him at his time at Real Madrid, where he had the best players at that time to produce the best results. And he's getting that again with this French team, with the only difference being that he now gets to put a stamp on his identity, on his philosophy into this national team. And yeah, there are conversations being had with regards to how France actually fits his system of coaching. Because you have to remember, international football is different from club football in the sense that with club football, you have the players coming in on a daily basis, because that's their livelihood. With international football, they come in once every couple of months, mostly leading up to a main competition event like the World Cup or like a continental event like the Euros or the Afghans or the Asia Cup or the CONCACAF or the Copa America. Um, so with the national team job, he's not going to have players with him constantly like he did at Real Madrid. And also, there is the issue where some players also might get injured leading up to national team duty, which would mean he would then have to re-strategize and rely on players he might not have actually wanted to depend on in certain situations. But on the whole, if he manages to get the players which suit his style of play, and if those players are fit, France under Zidane might actually look quite dangerous. Far more dangerous than they looked under Deschamps, because now they have a fresh new manager with a fresh new philosophy and a fresh mindset to really put other teams on notice. So we're talking of teams like Brazil and England, Spain, and Portugal, the heavyweights right now in the world of football, and even the up and coming teams that also pose a threat. So for France, this new management bounce is timely. Again, I personally would have liked Zidane to have taken over the team prior to this World Cup. That way, he would have actually had time to prepare for this World Cup and use this World Cup as a launching pad for France. I think keeping him on sidelines until afterwards is also a good strategy in the sense that you are paving the way for Didier Deschamps, who is the current the current head coach for France, to have one last chance at securing a second title, which would be France's third world championship in this case. But then again, it's most likely that that might or might not happen. In which case, the way is clear for Zidane to get into the driver's seat once once Deschamps exit stage for Zidane to come in. Obviously, which would mean that Zidane would have the 2028 Euros to look forward to and to try and win that. Because bear in mind, France haven't actually won a Euro since the early 2000s. I think the last one they actually won was Euro 2000, which obviously Zidane was part of that team. He was the captain of that side. No, he wasn't the captain because Deschamps was still the captain for that side, but he was still like the main guy for that team. Um, and yeah, you could also make comparisons to Beckenbauer, Franz Beckenbauer in this case. Should Zidane go down that path of actually leading France to winning World Cup, which would mean that just like Deschamps, just like um, Beckenbauer, just like Zagallo, Mario Zagallo of Brazil, he would be one of those few players and managers who actually got the chance to win both a World Cup and possibly a Euros as a manager and player. So yeah, that is if you're French and you're watching this, or for French supporters in general, this is a huge win um, going into the next few years. And obviously, France are just going to be France right now. They are still really a threat when it comes to international football. And with Zidane, that just takes it up a notch higher, especially given what he's done with Real Madrid. I mean, Lord knows what he does with France for the next few years.